The vowels. E, me, please, niece. E, listen, business, this. E, then, bed, let. A, answer, hand, sat. Ah, ba, father, John, job, watch, clock. All, draw, all, bought. Sugar, good, book. Ooh, two, whose, fruit. Uh, one, love, one, love, love, enough, word, heard, shirt, teach, teacher, teacher, mirror, up, 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 above, banana, banana, famous. The diphthong. A, 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 they made, gate, o, gate, ago, close, both, I, my, arrive, wife, ow, now, trousers, house, boy, enjoys, voice, you, use, beautiful, do, student, suit, vowel, plus R in the same syllable. Ear, ears, air, chairs, chairs, R, cars, or, yours, cures, tires, out, or, it, send, match, taught, ear, head, or, oval, pack, pock. 21 and 5. Look, all. Introduction. Let's speak English. Let's speak English. Part 1. Good morning. Good morning. 1. Good morning. Listen, please. Listen, please. I am the teacher. You are the student. I am an American. You are not an American. You are not an American. An American speaks English. Americans speak English. I, 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 I am speaking English now. This is a table. This is a phonograph. This is a record. The record is on the phonograph. The record is on the phonograph. The phonograph is on the table. Phonograph is on the table. You are sitting at the table. You are sitting at the table. You are holding a book sitting at the table. You are holding a book in your hand. The book in your hand. The book is open. You are looking at the book. You are listening to the record. You are hearing my voice. You are learning to speak, to understand, to read, and to write English. I am speaking slowly. I am speaking slowly. When I talk slowly, you understand me. When I talk fast, you don't understand. Part 2. Good afternoon. 2. Part 2. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Part 2. Good afternoon. How are you? How are you? How are you? Very well, thank you. Now, very well, thank you. Very well. Very well, thank you. Now, please answer my questions. Am I the teacher? Yes, you are. You are. Are you the student? Yes, I am. Am I an American? Yes, you are. Are you an American? No, I'm not. Who is the teacher? You or I? You are. And who is the student? I am. Do I speak English? Yes, you do. Am I speaking English now? Yes, you are. Do you speak English? Yes. I do, but only a little. But only a little. What is this? It is a record. Where is record? It is a record. Where is it? It is on the phonograph. Is this a book? Yes, it is. Is this a book? This is this a book? Is this a book? No, it isn't. It's a record. No, 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 it isn't. It's a record. Where are you sitting? I'm sitting at the table. What are you listening to? I'm listening to the record. Whose voice are you hearing? I'm hearing your voice. What are you looking at? I'm looking at my book. Is the book open or closed? Open, of course. What are you learning? I'm learning English. Do you understand me? Do you understand me? Do you do you understand me? What are you learning? What are you learning? What are you learning? I'm learning English. Do you understand me when I talk slowly? Yes, I do.
And when I talk fast?
No, I don't. Lesson 1. Lesson 1. First lesson. My family. This is my family. My wife, my son, my daughter, and I. I am Mr. Black. I'm Mr. Black. My wife is Mrs. Black. I am Mrs. Black's husband. I am a man. I am a man. My wife is a woman. We have 2 children, a boy and a girl. The boy's name is John. He is 12 years old. The girl's name is Mary. She is still quite young. She's only 8. She's 4 years younger than John, and he is 4 years older than she. Mary is the youngest in the family, and I am the oldest. John is Mary's brother. Mary is John's sister. John is my son. John is my son. I am his father. My wife is his mother. Mary is my daughter. I am her father. My wife is her mother. John and Mary are our children. I am their father. My wife is their mother. We are their parents. We love our children. My wife is sitting in an armchair reading a book. I am standing by the window, smoking a cigarette. I am standing by the window, smoking a cigarette. Mary is writing a letter, smoking a cigarette. John is kneeling on the floor and playing with his train. Dog and cat. The dog and cat are lying under the table. Lesson 2, second lesson. Questions and answers. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? You are Mr. Black. You are Mr. Black. Whose husband am I? Whose whose husband am I?
You are Mr. Black.
Whose husband am I?
Miss, Mrs. Black's husband.
What's my son's name?
His name is John.
What is your name?
My name is Peter Jones.
How many children do I have?
You have 2 children.
Is Mary my daughter?
Yes, she is.
How old is she?
She is 8.
What is she doing?
She is writing a letter.
Is she standing or sitting?
She's sitting.
What is John playing with?
He's playing with his train.
Has John any brothers?
No, he hasn't.
Have you any brothers?
Yes, I have.
How many?
1. One. One.
Who is smoking a cigarette?
1. 1.
Who is smoking a cigarette?
You are.
Do you smoke? Do you smoke? Do you smoke?
No. No, I don't. No, I don't.
Does your father smoke? Smoke? Do you smoke?
He does. He does.
Does your mother smoke?
No, she doesn't.
Do women smoke? 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 Do women smoke?
Some do and some don't.
Less. Less families in New York live in apartments, and many others live in their own houses in the suburbs. We too have a house in a New York suburb. I bought it about 15 years ago when I got married. Like most New York suburban houses, it has 2 floors, the first and the second floor. On the first floor, there is a dining room, living room, kitchen, a lavatory, and hall. A lavatory hall. In the hall, we see a closet for hats, coats, and umbrellas. A staircase leads from the hall to the second floor. On this floor, there are 3 bedrooms and a bathroom. In front of the house, we have a small yard in which we grow flowers such as roses and tulips. At the back of the house, at the back of the house, there is a much larger yard with a lawn and some fruit trees. We also have a garden Garden, where we grow potatoes, cabbage, corn, onions, tomatoes, and other vegetables. At the side of the house is a garage where I keep my car. The yard is surrounded by a fence, the gate in it. Lesson 4. Lesson 4. Lesson 4. Fourth lesson. Conversation. Now let's talk about our house. Can you tell me where we live?
Yep. Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Live, we live.
Yes, yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. You live on.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Now tell me, is it a large house or a small one?
Well, it's neither very large nor very small.
When did I buy it?
You bought it about 15 years ago.
Is there a garage?
Yes, there is.
How many rooms are there in the house?
Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, 6 rooms. Yes, 6 rooms and a bath.
Are the bedrooms upstairs?
Rooms and a bath.
Are the bedrooms upstairs or downstairs?
Upstairs on the 2nd floor.
Which rooms are on the first floor?
The living room, dining room, and kitchen.
Have we got a garden?
Yes, you have.
Where do we grow flowers?
In the front yard.
Are there any fruit trees there?
No, they are in the backyard.
Do we have many fruit trees?
No, not many, just a few.
Do you like fruit?
Yes, I do, very much, especially pears and apples.
Lesson 16. Lesson 16. 16th lesson. Reserving rooms. Here we are. This is our hotel, isn't it?
Yes, there's the name. The Capitol Hotel. Shall I look after the baggage? Or will you? Oh. Or will you?
Well, if you'll see to the baggage and pay the driver, I'll go in and see about rooms.
Okay. Where shall I find you?
I'll wait for you in the lobby. Don't be long.
I'll come as soon as I can.
Good morning. Can you give me 2 single rooms with bath? If you don't have them, a double room will do.
We're practically full up, but I'll see. How long do you intend to stay?
We expect to be here for a week at least, perhaps 2.
Yes. Yes. You can have 2 rooms with a connecting bath on the 2nd floor.
I hope they're quiet. I hope they're quiet.
I think you'll find they are. They face the courtyard.
How much are they?
$15 a night.
We'll take them.
$15 $15 a night. $15 a night. $15 a night.
All right, we'll take them. All right? All right, we'll take them.
Will you register, please?
Name, address, business connection, signature. Is that all?
Yes, that's all, thank you. And here are your keys. The bellboy will show you to your room and take your baggage up for you.
Lesson 17. Lesson 17. Lesson. At the restaurant. In all large towns, there are plenty of restaurants, cafes, coffee shops, and drugstores with lunch counters. In Mr. Baker, there isn't a bookcase either. There isn't a bookcase either. Mine is in my living room, but his is in his study. My wife keeps her music in the piano bench, but his is in his study. Piano bench, but Mrs. Baker, piano bench, but Mrs. Baker keeps hers in a separate cabinet near the piano. You can also see that they have a grand piano, while ours is an upright. Both my wife and Mrs. Baker are very fond of music, and both play an upright. Both my wife and Mrs. Baker are very fond of music, and both play the piano quite well. But my wife doesn't play as well as Mrs. Baker. Mrs. Baker not only plays much better than my wife does, but she's the best pianist in the neighborhood. I don't play the piano. I don't play the piano. I don't play the piano, but I do play the violin. There's no sofa in the Baker's living room, and there are no small chairs. However, they have 3 easy chairs, while we have only 2. We heat by hot air from an oil burner in the cellar. They have steam heating. Sometimes we make a wood fire because it is so cheerful. The Bakers have 2 vases on their mantel, as well as a clock. And over the mantel, they have a beautiful picture painted by a famous artist. Lesson 8. 8th lesson. Another talk. Well, you've learned quite a lot about our living room and the bakers. And now I'm going to ask you a few questions about them. Tell me, as we have way, do you play the piano?
I'm sorry to say I don't.
Play the piano?
I'm sorry to say I don't.
Does your wife?
Oh, yes, she does, and very...
Wife?
Oh, yes, she does, and very well, too.
Lesson 9. Lesson 9. Ninth lesson. Visitors. Lesson. Visitors. It's Saturday afternoon. It's Saturday afternoon. The doorbell rings. Our neighbor, Mr. White, has arrived. The maid opens the lets him. She shuts the door and shows him into the sitting room. We greet him, shake hands with him, and ask him to sit down. A few minutes later, we hear another ring at the door. It's Betty Smith, my wife's niece. She has just arrived from the country, and she's going to stay with us over the weekend. She kisses her aunt, who introduces her to Mr. White. My wife and Betty talk about the latest fashions. We men discuss politics, fashion. My wife and Betty talk about the latest fashions. Fashions. Betty. My wife and Betty talk about the latest fashions. We men discuss politics, business, and the latest news. Presently, we men discuss we men discuss politics, business, and the latest news. Presently, the maid brings in some coffee on a tray. Cups and saucers, a pitcher of cream, and some sugar. Also sandwiches, bread and butter, jam, cake, and cookies. And cookies. My wife pours the coffee, I pass it around. My niece passes the sandwiches and cookies. We all enjoy the coffee very much. Very much. Very much. We all enjoy the coffee very much. Lesson 10. 10th lesson. Afternoon coffee. Afternoon coffee.
Good afternoon, Mr. White. Good afternoon, Mr. White. How are you?
Very well indeed, thank you. Indeed, thank you. And how are you?
Quite well. Quite well.
And use your head.
Quite well. Quite well. Quite well. Quite well, thank you. Won't you sit down? Excuse me, please. I think that's my niece at the door. Oh, Betty dear. Betty. Hello. Hello, Betty dear. I'm so glad to see you. You do look well. I don't think you've met each other before. Let me introduce you. This is my niece, Miss Smith, Mr. White.
How do you do?
And now let's have some coffee. And now let's have some coffee. How do you like your coffee, Mr. White? Black, or with black, or with cream?
With cream. With cream, please. And 2 lumps of sugar. I like my coffee rather sweet.
Well, what's the news, Mr. White? How's business?
Pretty good, thank you. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good, thank you. And how are things with you?
Well, not too good, I'm afraid. Well, not too good, I'm afraid. And going from bad to worse. And going from bad to worse. In fact, it's the worst year we've had for a long time.
I'm sorry to hear. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope things will soon improve.
Yes. Let's hope for the best.
Improve.
Yes. Let's hope for the best. And let's hope for the best. And how's your nephew Richard?
Oh, he's getting along quite well, thank you. He's staying in the country just now with his Uncle William and his cousins.
How long is he going to stay there?
I don't know exactly, but he's having a very pleasant time, and it's doing him a lot of good. So the longer he stays, the better.
Lesson 11. 11th lesson. The Browns' dining room. In the dining room, we have our meals. Breakfast in the morning, lunch in the middle of the day, and supper or dinner in the evening. Here you see Mr. Thompson, who's just arrived from abroad, having dinner with the Browns. The host, Mr. Brown, is sitting at the head of the table, and the hostess, Mrs. Brown, is facing him. Mr. Thompson is on Mrs. Brown's right. The dining room table is covered with a white cloth. The maid has set the table in the usual way and has placed in front of each person a service plate and the proper knives, forks, spoons, and glasses. There are also pepper and salt, oil and vinegar, and mustard. On the left of each person is a table napkin and a plate with a roll on it. In front of the host, there is a carving knife and fork.
On the sideboard, the Browns usually have a bowl of fruit. Apples, pears, plums, cherries, grapes, oranges, bananas, according to the season. Mrs. Brown has just served the soup. Mrs. Brown has just served the soup. Brown has just served the soup. After this, there will be meat or poultry with vegetables, perhaps a salad, then dessert and coffee. Lesson 12. 12th lesson. Dinner table talk. Dinner table talk. 12th lesson. Dinner table talk. Dinner table talk.
Good evening. I'm so glad you were able to come. Dinner's ready. Let's go into the dining room. Mr. Thompson, will you sit here? Mr. Thompson, will you sit here on my right? How long have you been in New York?
Only a few days. Since last Monday, to be exact. And I'm sorry to say I have to return a week from tomorrow.
Is this your first visit?
No, I've been here a number of times before. I have to at least once a year on business. And what do you think of New York? I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon. I didn't quite catch what you said. I didn't quite catch what you said. I asked what you thought of New York. Oh, I think it's a wonderful place. There always seems to be something interesting to do. Now that I've been here so often, I feel quite at home.
Will you have some more chicken, Mr. Thompson? Will you have some more chicken, Mr. Thompson?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
More chicken, Mr. Thompson?
Yes, please. Just a little. Delicious. Delicious.
I'm so glad you like it. And now, would you like some apple pie? Some apple pie and ice cream.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Lesson 13. 13th lesson. My bedroom. At night, when I feel tired and sleepy, I go up to my bedroom and turn on the electric light. I take off my shoes, undress, and put on my pajamas. Then I get into bed and turn out the light. After a few minutes, I fall asleep. I sleep the whole night through. Promptly at 7:30 in the morning, the alarm clock rings and wakes me up. I get out of bed, put on my dressing gown and slippers, and go into the bathroom, where I turn on the hot and cold faucets. While the water's running into the bath, I wash my face and neck, clean my teeth, and shave. My shaving things are on the shelf above the basin. Then I turn off the faucet and have my bath. Sometimes I have a shower. Have my bath. Sometimes I have a shower. When I've dried myself with a towel, I get dressed. On the dressing table in front of the mirror, you'll see a hairbrush and comb, a hand mirror, a bottle of toilet water, and a powder box. These, of course, don't belong to me. Of course, these, of course, don't belong to me, but to my wife. In the chest of drawers, I keep clean linen, such as shirts, collars, shorts, undershirts, and handkerchiefs, besides things like socks and ties. The dirty linen is put in a clothes hamper and sent to the laundry. In the wardrobe, I keep my suits and other clothes, which I hang on coat hangers. Lesson 14. 14th lesson. Morning and evening. Morning and evening. What time do you usually get up?
Generally about 7:30. Generally about 7:30.
Why so early? Why so early? Why so early? Why so early?
Because I like to catch an early train to town.
When do you get to the office?
Normally about 9 o'clock. Normally about 9 o'clock.
Do you stay in town all day?
Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't.
What do you usually do in the evenings?
We generally stay at home. Once or twice a week we go to the theater or to the movies. We went to the movies last night and saw a very interesting picture. Occasionally we go to a dance.
Do you like dancing?
Yes, very much. Do you dance?
I used to when I was younger, but not very not very often now. I'm getting too old. I'm getting too old. I used to when I was.
Yes, very much. Do you dance? Do you dance?
I used to when I was younger, but not very often now. But not very often now. I'm getting too old.
Too old? Nonsense. Too old. Too old? Nonsense. You don't look more than 50. You don't look more than 50. You don't look more than 50.
As a matter of fact, I'm nearly 60.
Really? Really? You certainly don't look it.
I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. Are you doing anything special tonight? If not, what about coming with me to my club? You'll get to know quite a lot of interesting people there.
I should love to. I should love to. But today happens to be our wedding anniversary. We're going out tonight to celebrate.
Well, my heartiest congratulations.
Well, my heartiest congratulations.
Lesson 15. 15th lesson. The hotel. There are many good hotels in New York, and you can nearly always find a room in one of them. Still, if you don't want to be disappointed, especially during vacation time, it's better to reserve a room in advance. You'll find New York hotels just the same as hotels in other large cities. As a rule, you go into a large lobby where visitors are constantly coming and going. The porter takes your baggage, and you go to the reception desk to see about your room and get your key. Then the bellboy takes you up to your room in an elevator. The clerk at the desk will always help you if you don't know your way about the town. He'll tell you where to go and what to see. He will reserve seats for you at the theater and do all he can to make your stay a pleasant one. If you want a guide to show you around or an interpreter for a business interview, the hotel will get you one. If you have to write business letters or need other kinds of secretarial assistance, there is a public stenographer in the hotel. If your wife is going to be with you, she'll find plenty to amuse her. She'll be able to spend her time looking at the shops while you're busy.
Eighteenth lesson, ordering a meal. Is this table free, waiter?
I'm sorry, sir, but those two tables have just been reserved by telephone. That one over there is free. That one over there is free.
That's too bad. That's too bad. We wanted to be near the dance floor. We wanted to be near the dance floor. Still, it doesn't matter. We'll take it. The menu, please.
Here you are, sir. Here you are, sir. Will you dine a la carte or take one of the special dinners?
Well, let's see. What do you think, darling?
Oh, I don't want much to eat. I'm not very hungry. I think I'll have some oxtail soup and fish with French fried potatoes.
I'm rather hungry. I'll start with some hors d'oeuvres.
And to follow?
Broiled steak with baked potatoes and peas.
Will you have anything to drink, sir?
Well, I am rather thirsty. Bring me a bottle of beer. Do you bring me a bottle of beer? Do you bring me a bottle of beer? Do you bring me a bottle of beer? Do you bring me a bottle of beer?
Do you bring me a bottle of beer? Do you bring me a bottle of beer? Do you bring me a bottle of beer? Do you bring me a bottle of beer? Do you bring me a bottle of beer? Do you bring me a bottle of beer? Do you bring me a bottle of beer? Do you bring me a bottle of beer? Do you bring me a bottle of beer?
Do you bring me a beer? Cream, please. Oh, cream, please. Oh, and 2 liqueur. What a wonderful waltz they're playing. Let's dance. Let's dance. Let's dance. Let's dance.
I'd love to. I'd love to.
Waiter? Waiter? Check, please.
Very good, sir. Very good, sir. Very good, sir. Very good, sir.
Here you are.
Thank you very much, sir.
Lesson 19. Lesson 19. 19th lesson. Numerals, time, and dates. If I want to know the time, I look at my watch. I have a gold wristwatch with a leather strap. It keeps fairly good time, but occasionally it goes wrong. When it does, have it repaired, cleaned, and regulated. I don't think you'll find it very difficult to tell time in English. First of all, let's deal with the hours. We say it's 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and so on. 12 o'clock may refer to midnight or to midday.
All right, here to perform rock, flow, flow. Their new
From the top of the hill, from the top of the hill, from the top of the hill, from the top of the key for $3 billion.
All right, here to perform rock, flow from their new album, The Grind Date. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for De La Soul.
Listen here.
The Grind Date. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for De La Soul.
Listen here. Up in them 5-star tellies saying 2 mic rhymes. Beat them average MCs at a times. Unlike them, we grab gems. So systematically inclined to pen lines without saying the producer's name all over the track. Yeah, I said it. Yeah. What you need to do, go back to read the credits, read the medics alphabetically, stuck on that A grade. Now quit now before we bought that your shop, your rock, okay, blow. Yeah.
From the top of the key for $3 billion.
Yeah.
Been on in the game as long as he can willy a swing.
Hey.
Turn the corner, spinning, bust that ass and
Get up.
Dust off the mask, whoever laughed, give him a head up.
Hey.
He got jumped, they pumped his adrenaline. They said it made him tougher than a bump of raw medicine. To write all night long, the hourglass is still slow. Flow from hell born through free power like Lil Co. And still owe bills, pay dues forever. Slave crews when it comes to who's more cleverer. Used to wear leather goose V with the fur collar. And charge a fee for loose leaf, word per dollar.
You heard holla.
Brother, dude, we need food. Each a team for sure. These streets all seem rude. For fam like the partridges. Part of him for the mix-up. Battle for your Atari cartridges. Or put your kicks up, it's a stick
Now
up.
put your flicks up. These winning flow cuts is slow like P9 flicks to give him 20. The danger in his eyes will let you know he's a brawler. Bring your tallest champ is like that much taller. 10 pounds heavier, one step ahead of it. Vocab, stamina, styles, all irrelevant. Camps and clicks, units, squad crews and clan. Even your tongues will mess around and lose a law, y'all.
Boom, brung that stuff. There goes that newsman again. Act like you knew, like toucan stamina. He eat rappers like part of a complete breakfast. Their rhymes ain't worth the weight of their cheap necklace. String them up, ring them up on the whack junk snack. And get that out your hand, punk. Jump and get your junk smacked. Foul. We all know the rules, bro. You I know the super. You fools, his whole boss like Hugo.
Yo, lights, camera, action with no makeup. We daylight to the death one, lease it till we break up.
I'm more alive than ever before.
They try, but the prize is ours dispersed. They say the good die young, so I added some badass to my flavor to prolong my life over the drum. Everyone cools off for being hot. It's about if you can handle being cold or not. And we was told to hop on no one's mess about Prince Paul. We stayed original ever since, y'all. First to do a lot of things in the game, but the last to say it. No need to place it on and stay all the way. We don't do it for the praise or the raise the bar. Yet it's raised anyway, so amazing. All the 3 allied brothers from the other way of thinking, hey, I think your lady's winking. You need to know that. Oh, I know that. Elephants are airborne, I smell it success. Yo, this cookie cause the air is a gingerbread, man. Yo, sacrifice mics and push drugs to these rappers. Puff ponies till I turn blue in the lips. Sipping broads like 7-Up, so refreshing. I finger pop these verses like first dates. The birth date September 21, 1968. Too old, too rhyme, too bad, too late.